Prince William used to be considered the heartthrob of the royal family, but Prince Harry gets sexier every year. From his work helping others to his time in uniform, here are some of the steamiest photos that have been captured of the elusive royal. Like his gorgeous mother, the late Princess Diana, Prince Harry is a humanitarian through and through. He always seems to light up when he's helping others, and always seems to look the most attractive when he's doing things that really matter to him. He has a killer smile, and it always shines bright when he's doing good work, like during this visit he made to St. Bernadette's Center for the Blind in Maseru, Lesotho back in 2013. He also visited the Kananelo Center for the Deaf during that trip, and did things like dance and bake with the children, many of whom were orphans. In nearly every photo from that trip to Lesotho, he looks incredibly relaxed and happy, and just knowing that giving back in that way brings him so much joy makes him all the more attractive. Harry has continued to do work in Lesotho throughout the years, and that work is important to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. He told BBC, "Both of us have passions for wanting to make change for good."
With lots of young people running around the Commonwealth, that's where we're going to spend most of our time, hopefully.
Prince Harry was a bit of an awkward teen, but during his early 20s, we started to see glimpses of the hottie he would one day become. His flop of ginger hair, flushed cheeks, and mischievous grin were totally sexy during this polo match in 2006. Like many members of the royal family, Prince Harry's very into polo. As royals expert Katie Nicholl told Entertainment Tonight in 2019, he has high ambitions for son Archie's own involvement with the sport. The royals' competitive nature is obvious in many of the pictures we've seen from various sporting events he's participated in, including at the Cirencester Park Polo Club event pictured here. He looks very focused and intense while playing the game, two qualities that can totally work in a person's favor. Speaking of polo, somewhere around the time of the Audi Polo Challenge in 2015, there was no doubt that Prince Harry had reached full-fledged heartthrob status. Harry and William both played in this match, and while Prince William doesn't even look a bit disheveled, Prince Harry is rumpled and red-faced, but in a super charming way that shows us he's not afraid to exert himself a bit. Again, it's that seemingly inherent passion coming out that makes him totally sexy. According to People, Harry played in the charity tournament on behalf of Sintabali, the organization he co-founded that's dedicated to the mental health and well-being of children and young people affected by HIV in Lesotho and Botswana. Prince Harry served in the British Army for 10 years, completing 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan, eventually becoming a captain before retiring from the military in 2015. His service was commendable, but we really can't help but mention how hot he looked in his uniform. Harry looks every bit the dedicated and able soldier in this photo of him that was taken at a Remembrance Sunday service at Kandahar Airfield back in 2014. At 6'1", Harry carries off a uniform very well, whether it's battle fatigues or a dress uniform. Though his time in the military is a thing of the past, he remains connected to the army. In a palace statement announcing his retirement, Harry said, "Luckily for me, I will continue to wear the uniform and mix with fellow servicemen and women for the rest of my life, helping where I can and making sure the next few Invictus Games are as amazing as the last." With his tall build, Prince Harry looks drop-dead gorgeous in a pair of fitted jeans and a tailored button-up. It's a more casual look for a royal, especially one of Harry's stature, and we love that he's willing to stay true to himself even if he has to buck royal protocol occasionally. During this visit to Abbey Road Studios in London in February 2020, during which he met the iconic American rock star Jon Bon Jovi, he even unbuttoned a bit, and that smile, well, it's absolutely priceless. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny dimple, which we've only ever been able to spot when Harry is truly enjoying himself. No wonder he was named the world's sexiest royal by People that same year. Interestingly, this visit happened a little over a month after Harry and Meghan Markle announced on Instagram that they would step back as senior members of the royal family, and about 2 weeks before the Commonwealth Day event, their final official engagement as royals. If he weren't such a well-put-together and polished royal, you could almost say that Prince Harry has a rugged look. Consider this photo of him during the Walking with the Wounded event at Ludlow Castle back in 2015. If you didn't know he was a royal, you'd just think he was a super hot outdoorsy guy, and you'd probably want to get his number. The folks over at Pop Sugar agree, noting that a big part of Harry's appeal comes from what a good heart he has. We have to say, though, that scruffy beard and tiny hint of a bicep showing doesn't hurt either. Might this be one of our favorite Prince Harry pictures of all time? Perhaps. Hey, maybe now that he's holding it down in America with the fam, we'll get to see even more of his rugged, casual side. Even though we really like his more rugged side, we fully admit that he also looks fantastic in a tuxedo. He's proven he can get down and dirty, but formality is practically in his royal blood, so it's a given that the man can rock a tux very, very well. He looked absolutely dapper at the Walking with the Wounded Crystal Ball Gala in 2013. When Harry shines, some might even say he has movie star good looks, which honestly has only become more true in the years since this photo was taken. Like a lot of famous men, he started out cute, but has become downright sexy as he's gotten older. Nevertheless, this picture was taken almost a decade ago, and it definitely gave us a good idea of how well Harry would mature into his looks. Of course, that adorable little grin is still the same today as it was then. In March 2016, Harry once again proved that he is every bit the tough guy despite his royal bloodline and privileged upbringing when he joined Team Rubicon UK in what was dubbed Operation Nirman. He spent some time away from home to assist with rebuilding efforts in Nepal in the aftermath of devastating earthquakes that had ravaged the country the previous year. Harry showed once again that he's at his absolute sexiest when he's doing the kind of humanitarian work he's most passionate about. He's so committed to helping others that he chose to stay in Nepal for this mission at the end of a weeks-long official tour he had completed just prior. Okay, this one isn't a photograph, but footage pulled from a TV show. When the occasion calls for it, you've got to fudge the rules a bit. We realize that athletics are a long-standing tradition for the British royal family, but it seems to come to Prince Harry particularly naturally. He was amazing while completing a military obstacle course on a 2021 episode of The Late Late Show with James Corden. The internet went absolutely crazy over how fit Harry looked, and we agree. Although this obstacle course segment took place more than 5 years after he retired from the military, Harry obviously hasn't forgotten how it's done.
Shut up! No way! Oh, that's impressive. That is ridiculous. That's outrageous.
Harry's navigation of the obstacle course wasn't the only sexy footage from The Late Late Show with James Corden. Nearly a year after stepping down from his royal duties, Prince Harry appeared in a surprise interview with comedian and fellow Brit James Corden and stole the hearts of many viewers with his approachable personality and that cheeky smile. Oh, and it didn't hurt that he looked pretty fit, too. It was Harry's first television appearance after officially announcing that he and Meghan were ready to go and do their own thing outside of the royal family, and he got a lot of people's attention. Harper's Bazaar reported at the time, keywords like hot, kinda fine, and even British zaddy began to trend alongside the prince's name, with a slew of hot and bothered gift selections on Twitter early this morning as royal fans and regular folks alike shared their sentiments regarding Harry's impressive strength. The outlet also noted that Harry spoke quite vulnerably about things like his mental health, moving to the US, and his priorities as a husband and father. What's not to love?
Archie wakes up in the morning and literally just goes, awful?
Anytime we see Prince Harry out in nature, it's clear that he feels in his element in the outdoors. He looks beyond sexy just chilling in front of Cayeter Falls in the Caribbean country of Guyana. The trip was part of Prince Harry's official Caribbean tour back in 2016, the same year he and Meghan Markle started dating. Harry really seems to be feeling his best when he's relaxed and comfortable with his surroundings, and he did seem to be having a good time in front of that stunning waterfall. He really embraced the casual Caribbean vibe during his tour, and people were feeling the look for him. According to E! News, after Miss Antigua Leanda Anne Norville crossed paths with Harry at an event in Antigua, she told reporters, "He was a gentleman. Of course, I want to be his princess. Everyone at this party does." Prince Harry looked incredibly dapper and princely, but still kind of casual during this night out at the Nottingham Contemporary Art Gallery in December 2017 with Meghan Markle. Not only did this appearance take place shortly after the two announced they were engaged, but it was actually the famous pair's first official engagement as a couple. Needless to say, there were lots of eyes on them at the time. Speaking of eyes, we completely understand why Meghan seems so smitten with her husband. Eyes are often one of the first things to attract someone, and Harry's are quite a window to his thoughtful and passionate soul. As Pop Sugar wrote, the sexy prince's gorgeous blue-gray eyes deserve some recognition. We bet before Meghan, Harry won over plenty of ladies with those sultry peepers. Those pictures of Prince Harry holding an umbrella for his wife at the Endeavor Fund Awards in 2020 became iconic the moment they hit the internet. Could be some of our favorite of this particular royal couple ever. Harry always has an arm for Meghan to hold on to, and it's evident in so many photos of the two of them how attentive he is to her. Harry seems like a very protective and empathic partner who goes out of his way to make sure that his wife feels safe and comfortable no matter how much chaos is surrounding them. He is extremely attentive to her anytime they are seen out in public together. Plus, he looks at her like he's still absolutely enamored by her. And from a woman's point of view, that's just incredibly sexy.
I, Harry, take you, Meghan,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
When Prince Harry puts on a suit and sports that glorious ginger beard of his, he looks like he walked straight off a Hollywood movie set. Honestly, who wouldn't be smitten with him? He looks just like nearly every rendition of Prince Charming most of us have ever seen, especially with his gorgeous wife on his arm. This photo from the day Harry and Meghan formally announced their engagement in November 2017 gave us all a sneak peek at the sort of glam moments we could expect to see from the Hollywood meets Hyde Park duo. And together they've lived up to our expectations again and again. A GQ article about his appearance read, "The 33-year-old prince looked impeccable," which is no surprise when you've got a dad as swaggy as Charles and what we can only assume is a SWAT team of tailors at your beck and call. Your suit always fits. We are even kind of obsessed with the fact that Harry chose to sport his scruff for this major occasion. He wears it so well. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about the British royal family are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.